The double X chromosomes, which double-cross each individual as their soul is mortgaged and put into a maison, whereby maison is simply French for house, home. From the sun to the moon and back again. Mass on mason, on mass, en masse. All Tog Ether. This links us with the marriage rings of Saturn, whereby in a marriage maritime ceremony, a contract is signed and there is an official pronouncement to the public, pubic. This is because more often than not, children will be produced from this union, which creates new mortgages from the husband and wife. The pudendal cleft in particular is also aptly titled the cleft of Venus, with Venus being said to orbit the Earth in the shape of a pentagram, bringing us to a connection with the apple of sin. When an apple is cut widthwise, the seeds in the middle form a perfectly symmetrical five-pointed star, which is otherwise known as a pentagram, and when inverted becomes the symbol of Baphomet. This further relates back to the Vitruvian Man, seeing that Da Vinci's portrait portrays a man as a five-pointed star, with head, arms, and legs stretched out to form this shape. The five seeds represent the five elements. Added to this, when an apple is sliced vertically, the core portrays the shape of the female vulva, which contains the seeds of life within it, furthering the sexual symbolism. Here is wisdom. That which is free cannot also be that which is governed. One is free, or one is not free. Life in the galaxy is a blast that circles itself in an endless succession of rebirths, or it is something that a reflective and meditative mind can comprehend and move out of. That's the ultimate symbol of the casino, because the only way out is all in. The only way out is pure neutrality, which is simply another word for meditation. One has internalized the paradox and has become the finale and the introduction. The weight has been lifted, which is the ending of time and is the reason there are no outside saviors. If one is waiting for something outside of themselves, then they are truly going to remain in the time trap that circles itself endlessly. Chronos, time, eats its own children, and we are being eaten by time, which has created the euphemism of aging. Just like food, as soon as the plate is empty, there is no more energy to be consumed, and then one is out of time. Time, despite the common human perception, runs both forwards and backwards, which is the living of the right and the dying of the left that creates the apple of sin sign. That's the sine wave of time, which emits our energy, with time being emit spelled in reverse, with wave being linked to the law of the sea in commerce when one signs a waiver, while to waive is to lose a right through an error, offense, or crime. The waiver is the formal statement of this relinquishment, and even to wave is a sign of saying goodbye as one waves their arms in the air, with the irony being that the body is comprised mostly of water, and thus would actually be creating a wave of sorts. Pomme is the French word for apple, giving us our immediate connection. Yet is also related to the word palm, which is where in many symbolic depictions the nails of crucifixion are hammered through.